get right to it. What are we going to start with? Lamar Jackson, LJ8, the beautiful Ravens. They're over under win totals set at 10.5. LJ's been making a lot of waves for the last couple of weeks, doing a lot of positive things down here in the community, in the South Florida community. He is an absolute Broward County legend off the field, on the field, become the highest paid quarterback this offseason, betting on himself. You know, he's obviously dealt with some injuries these last couple of years. He's won a unanimous MVP already. He's, won a couple playoff games already. Not enough playoff success for a lot of people. But I think he makes a huge, huge jump this year with those weapons. These are hands down the best weapons he's had in the NFL. Odell Beckham coming over. They paid him some good money too, coming off a year where he was fully rested, had a full season and off season to heal from that ACL surgery. Drafted Zay Flowers, who was wide receiver 1 for a lot of people in this draft. I like him a lot coming out of Boston College. D-Hop is still out there. He's still available. Maybe bring him in. You got that backfield. You got Mark Andrews. You got Isaiah Likely. You got Rashad Bateman. You got a new offensive coordinator. Greg Roman's out of the picture now. Greg Roman was an offensive coordinator, got an offense to a Super Bowl with Colin Kaepernick when they lost the Super Bowl to the Ravens. But run heavy, tight end heavy, not a lot of 11 personnel opening up, throwing the ball down the field. So we'll see if they're doing a little more of that this year. 10.5 wins. We know the Ravens win games, especially when Lamar Jackson's in there. Very good head coach, also with Harbaugh. With all that being said, that's high, though. That's high. 10.5 is tough, especially in that competitive division. And with all that being said, I'm going to go down over there for the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to make that quick. I'm going to go over Baltimore Ravens win at least 11 games this upcoming season. Now out to the Cincinnati Bengals. Expectations are high. They've been high since they drafted Joe Burrow, the wonder kid out of LSU, fresh off a national championship. Got hurt early in his career, has bounced back and been nothing but spectacular. I believe I saw on the Pat McAfee show the other day, he needs 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns to become maybe the second, third quarterback to do it. First one since Dan Marino in his first however many years. But Joe Burrow has been spectacular. A lot of people say he's got the best wide receiver corps in the league with Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase. Lost some key defensive pieces, starting with Jesse Bates on the defensive side of the ball. So that's a big deal for that defense. But a lot of people believe safeties are replaceable, so we shall see. But they're over under set at 11.5 wins right now. That's high. That's a lot. The Browns, I expect the Browns to be better this year. I expect the Steelers to be better this year. And we just talked about the Ravens, where I expect them to be. So I'm going under. I'm going under with the Cincinnati Bengals. I think they right at that 11-win game, 11-win total, I'm sorry. 11.5. So this may move before the season, may move up before the season. We'll get into a little bit of where the money is on these teams. But I still like this team a lot. Obviously, still like the offense a lot. The defense with Lou Anarumo. He does a lot of different things with his defense to get the best out of the players that are on the field. So it's a lot to love about this team, and they've been kind of on this trajectory for the last few years. But we shall see. I'm gonna go under though. I'm gonna go 11 wins. And I think it's division is always close, but I think Baltimore squeaks it out, gets probably one more win. Maybe 2 more wins than the Bengals. Even though they struggle, that secondary gets torched when they face that team. Cleveland Browns, over under 9.5 wins. Deshaun Watson will have a full season now, being a starter, full offseason, getting the reps in with his offense. defense led by this monster that's on the screen, Myles Garrett, who a lot of people say is the best pass rusher in the league. 9.5 wins. Oh, so God, they gave Newsome. I like Newsome a lot, especially in that slot. I like him on the outside. I like him in the slot as well. Denzel Ward can obviously ball. We got Delpit coming back. They did let go of John Johnson. This is tough. Amari Cooper, Chubb, good offensive line. Signs of Darius Smith, I believe. My dog Anthony Walker's back at linebacker. Do we go under? I think we go under. I'm gonna put him right at 9. Maybe we revisit these over-unders once AB's back. But I'm going right at 9 right now. And it's 9.5 right here, as you can see in the FanDuel Sportsbook. I'm going right at 9. So I'm going under. So that's over for the Ravens, under for the Bengals, right at 11 wins. They had 11.5. And then for the Browns, I'm also going under. I'm going to put them right at 9. Steelers win total. If this guy right here can stay healthy, huge impact on this defense and on this team as a whole. The win-loss record with TJ Watt in the lineup is obviously significantly different. TJ Watt is an absolute monster. Over under set at 8.5 wins. Mike Tomlin still hasn't had a losing season. An 8-win season would be losing. So this is an easy over for me, for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Largely because of that reason with Mike Tomlin. But then Kenny Pickett going to the second year. He showed some promise late in the season last year. They moved on from Chase Claypool. Sometimes it's addition by subtraction. Some other guys are going to get some more opportunities. George Pickens needs to be more featured in this offense. Love Muth. Najee Harris, he needs to have a big year in that backfield. Offensive line needs to kind of come together a little bit more. And then the Pittsburgh Steelers have always hung their hat on their defense. You signed Patrick Peterson to kind of help shore up that back end a little bit. Patrick Peterson still playing some good football. Minkah Fitzpatrick, one of the best safeties, especially playing that deep part of the field, or that robber, that intermediate, like digs and crossers, like that area. His instincts, his speed, his ball skills, all those things are really second to none at that safety position in the league. So if their guys can stay healthy, I think they're primed for a better year. Still not fully sold on Kenny Pickett, especially when you look at this division. The other quarterbacks in this division, I think they still have the 4th best quarterback in the division. That's the most important piece on an NFL team. All the other guys, except Burrow. Burrow will get paid next, but you got really 3 other max guys at that quarterback position. So, but I still see him winning over 8 games. That's what Mike Tomlin does. So I'm going over. So over for the Steelers, over for the Ravens, under for the Browns, under for the Bengals as of right now. These are the odds for the division. Right now, the Bengals are favored at plus 130. Then come the Baltimore Ravens, plus 250. That's where I'm going to put my money. Ravens plus 250 on July 10th to win the AFC North. Browns plus 390 and the Pittsburgh Steelers at plus 470. These are the bets. These are the people that are betting the percentages. The people are betting on the AFC North to win it. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they got 37% of the money on them. Why? Because they are the longest odds. People trying to make the most money. Makes sense. Then the Bengals at 27%. Then the Browns at 20%. And then the Ravens at 16%. And this is the handle or where the most money is being bet on teams. So you got the Bengals, the Steelers once again, 36% of the handle, 31% of the handle. The Browns at 18% of the handle, and the Ravens at 15% of the handle. Now, a lot of you out there over there like either watching or listening, what the is a handle? What does the handle mean? What does the handle mean in sports betting? The handle is simply the total amount of money a sports book has accepted in bets on a game or period of time from bettors. This isn't the book's revenue on a given game or event. The handle represents the total amount wagered, okay? So look, we got a little bit smarter already. Listening to the Pizzot, man. So those are my picks. Let me make sure I write them down. Ravens over. Steelers over. Bengals under. Browns under. Anybody disagree with me? Let's see. Let's check the comment. Oh, I see some over. I see some under. Kenny F and Pickett over if Watt stays healthy. Oh, God. It is just a fact, Corey. You know, Tomlin doesn't have losing seasons, which is absolutely insane. But it's true. It is true.